Da. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Suze. Hi, Suze. I wanna... just somewhere, I don't know. Oop. There we go. Alright. Woo! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Start of the stream, actually I may guess from the title, is gonna be a little bit different. I might cut this into 2 separate streams. One to... one to talk about this specific thing, and then the second one to actually play a game. Hi, Iz. Thank you for first. Wait, Suze, you didn't even go for first. You immediately went for the 69th. Alright, alright, alright. As you can guess from the title, level 5. Hino-san. We have to talk. We have to talk. Let me go over here. Now, important announcement regarding the release date. Due to the content volume exceeding our initial expectations, additional time is required for voice recording, multi-language localization, and other related processes. As we work toward the final stages of development, we have decided to adjust the release date to ensure the best possible quality. The release date of Inazuma 11 Victory Road has been changed from August 21, 2025 to November 13, 2025. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused to all the fans who have been eagerly waiting for a long time and truly appreciate your understanding and continued support. For more details, please have a look at the following video. We will do that. We'll absolutely do that. I have it opened right here. So first of all, initial reactions, anger, disbelief. They promised us in a showcase back in April, like literally promised, that August 21 was the definitive final release date. Hino-san personally made us that promise. So having that promise be broken hurts. So for those of you that don't know, for those of you that aren't keeping up to date with Inazuma 11, this game was originally slated to be released back in 2018. 7 years ago, under a completely different title, with a completely different story and completely different scope. The last mainline game that was released was Inazuma 11 Go Galaxy, which, if I remember correctly, was 2013 for the 3DS. Let me fact check myself real quick. Give me a sec. Yeah, December 5th, 2013. Meaning, we've been basically waiting for a new game for 12 years. 8 years since the original release date. Now, I'm a big believer in trying to look at this as objectively as possible. So I am going to forego actual judgment until we've seen the video, which luckily has English subtitles.
Wait a damn minute, something's wrong here.
Exactly, something is wrong here. Let me quickly move that up a little bit. There we go. So that you guys can read the subtitles as well. So it's 14 minutes. It's a 14-minute video. So let's go through it and let's react to it as we go.
稲妻イレブン英雄たちのビクトリーロードを楽しみにお待ちいただいている皆様へ、本日は発売日に関する大切なお知らせがございます。当初、2025年8月22日発売を予定していた本作ですが、コンテンツボリュームが想定よりもかなり多くなっている影響で、発売日を変更させていただくことになりました。
So, due to the scope of the game, basically this is summarizing. Due to the scope of the game being bigger than they thought, and the things that they needed to do, they decided to move the date from 21st of August to November 14. Oh, you were just being silly? Okay, just making sure.
長い時間お待ちいただいている中、さらなるお時間をいただくことになってしまい、大変申し訳ございません。しかし、現在開発も最終段階に入ってきており、今度こそ発売できると考えております。それを皆様にもお伝えしたく、本映像ではゲーム開発の進捗説明および進化した要素を紹介させていただきます。
Okay, so we get improved features.
今回お時間をいただく大きな要素となっているのは
voice recording and multilingual localization.
の翻訳です。
That shouldn't make a promise anymore. All new voice lines, over 250 voice actors for Japanese version alone. 50,000 lines.
シリーズ最多のボイス収録数となっております。またゲーム内のボイスは日本語に加えて英語にも対応予定です。
So this is basically there is a part of the fandom that does want this. There is a part of the fandom that is so accustomed to the English dub and the English names that they do wish for English voice acting. That we get that is good. And yeah, 50,000 lines is a lot of lines. Again, I've said it before. This game is 3 games in 1. And there's a problem with that I will go over. Also, I might upload this part of the stream separately to YouTube. So hi YouTube. What do you think of the delays? Leave a comment down below. And hey, follow me on Twitch for more Inazuma 11 stuff. But yeah. Number of voice lines will be fewer than in the Japanese version. Story mode scenarios and in-match commentary will be supported. Okay. Okay, so they took feedback with Inazuma Post. Allowing the players switch character names between original Japanese spelling and translated versions. Okay, that is one of the biggest requests that I've seen everywhere in the community, is to be able to switch, like even if you're playing in English, that you can use the Japanese names. Because I myself included, a lot of people, due to localization issues before and everything, have gotten used to the Japanese names. So instead of Mark Evans, we know him as Endo Mamoru. So yeah, they are making that an option right now. You can totally switch between English and Japanese names, regardless of the language that you're playing. So that is a big plus. Yeah, or Axel Blaze being Goen Jishuya. So, because I've been playing through the series, of course, on stream as well, I have gotten reacquainted with a lot of the English names. Personally, I still prefer the Japanese names, but I can appreciate the English names for what they are. Because a lot of people think that, oh, the English names are corny and punny. The Japanese names are literally the same. I want to put that out there first and foremost. The Japanese names are just as punny and stupid for Japanese people as the English names are for us. So that aside, so that's a good localization option that they went for. we're gonna disregard the voice acting in the original 6 games. Or original 5 games, because we never got the 6th game in English. But yeah. However, we do not intend to disappoint our fans by cutting or compromising content. Instead, we'll use this extra time to further polish and enhance the game, aiming for even higher quality. So, what they're doing is basically what Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom did in secret, but out in the open, because we've been having updates and betas and whatever. Because, in case you don't know, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was actually done a year before it released, but they took a year extra to polish it and make all of the physics work good and make it look as good as possible. They're basically doing the same thing here, except we're more aware of it. If they cut anything, they'd get so many people. Oh, they're already getting so many people angry. They want to under-optimize the game. Yeah. As an apology for the delay, we've decided to give everyone who buys the game a new bonus item that can be used in their Bond town. We've been looking forward to playing the game. We're truly sorry to ask you to wait a little longer. Our team is working hard so that fans around the world can fully enjoy Inazuma 11. So please hang in there just a bit more. That's not an apology. Like, that's not enough. I'm going to be honest. It's a customization. It's one item to apologize for another 3-month delay. Boyo! Hi, Sex. Hi, Sexy. How are you doing, brother? So, the fact that they even do this already, thank you. I'm happy for that. It's not enough. I'm okay. I had a very weird day, but I'll talk about that later. Right now, we're discussing the newest delay for Inazuma 11. So, yeah. Because now... So the problem here, Zeus, by the way, is not that they're cutting content. They are adding more and more and more and more and more. This game is going to be not just the biggest Inazuma 11 game. This game is going to be the biggest game in the whole level 5 library. You know, level 5, known for Professor Layton, known for Fantasy Life, which is a huge success right now. I just hope they don't bite off more than they can chew. That's my fear. That is my fear. And I really hope that this is going to be turned out. Like, this is also the thing, right? We know that when level 5 delivers, they deliver big. They absolutely deliver big. So because of that, I'm like not completely flipping out. People can afford the game if they price it based off all they're adding. I think that the game is still the same price. You see a lot of people will also be canceling their pre-orders, and everyone out there that is watching this and is canceling their pre-order over this, you are fully in your right to do so. Get that refund if you are like, this is too much. Because again, promised us no more delays. But I will keep my pre-order. I've been looking forward to this game too much. It's a sunken cost fallacy, perhaps. But yeah. Let's see over what kind of quality improvements they have, because if they improve a lot, then I'm gonna be pacified a lot more even. Quality improvements. We'd like to introduce the evolved match system, which is now easier and more fun to play. The goal for system improvements is to make matches enjoyable for all players. Rework to frequent scene transitions and complex control scheme to make gameplay more intuitive and easier on the eyes. Ah, okay. Although the overall pace of the matches has been purposely slowed down, it's now easier for players to grasp what's happening, making the game actually feel faster. Okay, that's good. Oh, we also revisited the overall controls on defense, which have been a source of frustration. Okay, they are listening to that. Now, character switching is easier. Playing defense has become more enjoyable. Okay, okay. We'd like to show you a glimpse of Chronicle mode. Okay, so I hope they show my boy. I hope they show my husband. Those are good improvements. Those are good improvements so far, because the way that it was in the beta version, it was a bit clunky in that regard. So I'm really looking forward to how that plays out. So let's go over the Chronicle mode. No, not right now. Husband Faye and the mailman Aphrodite. Listen, it's 2025. We don't care for, like, polyamorous relationships are a thing, okay? I'm working on things here, buddy. Fuck. Okay, quickly. Okay. Chronicle mode. Let's see. Where we've poured our hearts into every cutscene and voice line in an effort to faithfully recreate all the matches in the history of Inazuma 11. A full match against Royal Academy where Inazuma 11 gets... Oh! Okay. Okay. Can you see that my voice acting for that little guy was pretty on point? Next will be so goofed. Damn. What week of training versus 40 years of experience. Let's go. They have changed the lines. Okay, I'm actually just looking through this. Oh, you have to speak English? Damn. Oh, it's a cool intro screen. You can do that. Alright, let's see. Wait, he has a treasure chest above his head. So if you can properly... Oh, you can now see if you can get an item? Ooh. Okay, so that's going to be a lot more intuitive now with just a button instead of having to hover over. Okay, so you get another item, so you can see where you can get items from. This game just seems like horror farming. Probably. Okay, so that's still the same.
始めようか。帝国のサッカーを。
Okay, so then we get a quick view of the 10-0. Yeah.
果たしてこの劣勢を跳ね返せるのか。任せろ。指示をかわしていきます。
Yeah. I mean, it looks good. It still looks good.
ライモン中学何もできないまま10対0で前半終了。
I'm not angry about that. Like, it does look good. This game will include the entirety of the Diamond Gakuen campaign. It will do every single game match.
デスゾーン開始。そして奴を引きずり出せ。
No. Yes. So the game is basically divided in different modes. So you have Chronicle mode, which is being shown off here, where you go through the entirety of the history of Inazuma 11 through all the important matches. But the new story is just its separate mode, so they are completely separate. Teikoku Gakuen up until eventually Excel Fleet. Like they go through the entire history of Inazuma 11 up until Go, and I think they also they will eventually include Ares and Orion as well, even. So yeah. And I will still say, the art direction of this game is gorgeous. Yeah. So they're still doing that. They're changing things a little bit though with the story. Oh no. It was 20. It was 20. It's 20.
ライモンのキックオフだが、メガネ以外は立ち上がれないぞ。嫌だ。もうこんなの嫌だ。なんとライモンのエースナンバー10を脱ぎ捨て、メガネが試合放棄。ライモン11は10人になってしまった。
So yeah.
まだだ。まだ終わってねえ。まだ終わってねえぞ。
優香、今回だけお兄ちゃんを許してくれない
It
か。
should be an extra U in there.
おや、彼はもしや昨年のフットボールフロンティアで1年生ながらその強
I was
烈な
Megan
シュー
still
ト
allowed
で
in
一躍
Diamond
有名となった
after abandoned the match like that?
ゴーエンジや
Because it's not a reason for expulsion.
高円寺。やっぱり来てくれたか。
Also, I don't think anyone blamed him for running away from a match like that. Everyone was like, nah, this team is a monster.
厳しい展開。ここから逆転なるか。任せろ。
So they have the enemy boost. I wonder how they're gonna let this play out. So it's the same as in the Go games where the enemy is just gonna be invincible for a little bit.
デスゾーン。
Which is not a bad thing in my opinion. It creates that tension and those story moments. Makes you play extra hard to get your stuff out.
ああ、走った。なぜかゴーエンジ、遠藤を全くフォローせず、一人帝国ゴールに上がっていく。
I have to say, just don't click to continue that text and Goenji will be returning forever. I always love moments like that.
あいつ、俺を信じて走ってるんだ。これを止めた俺から必ずパスが来ると信じて。
Uh-huh. So, So now he learns God Hand.
止めてみせゴッドハンド。
So I'm mostly curious if they reviewed Forever Running. I know, right?
決めろゴエンジ。
If they actually play this music during the actual gameplay as well, that would be absolutely amazing. So this is then going to being unstoppable for this? It doesn't matter. Yo! Whoa, 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 whoa! The animation of God Hand could have been done a bit better? Really? In what way? I mean, let me see it again.
止めてみせゴッドハンド。
It is exactly the way it has always been. Still looks crisp. But no, hold on. I have to look at this animation. Like this guy? Oh wait. If that is player specific, that's cool. Hand pops up weirdly? It pops up the same way it always does.
ライモンイレブン帝国学園から一体をもぎ取りました。
ここで終わりだ。データ収集は完了した。スーパーストライカーゴーエンジのシュートは少しも錆びついてはいない。
Alright, it looks good.
帝国学園試合を放棄。これは実質的にライモンイレブンの勝利とも言える事態。
A win by technicality. We love those the most. Alright, so you have... So what it looks like... hold on. Let me see. So it looks like you have certain things that you have to complete. Focus ni... Fire Tornado de goal. So, score a goal with Fire Tornado. I can't read their names. I think it's Goenji. Probably. But yeah. So then you got a lot of items and spirits. So this is what mostly looks like the beta that we've played.
思わぬ収穫があったな。
よく来てくれたな。これで新生ライモンサッカー部の誕生だ。
And he
ゴエン
leaves.
ジ、これからも一緒にやっていこうぜ。
今回限りだ。
ゴエンジ。
Goenji calls it quits. For now, we know what happens.
止めないんすか？
Nah.
いいんだよ。さあみんな見ろよこの1点。この1点がライモンの始まりさ。この1点が俺たちの始まりだ。
Yeah.
ここから
Subtitles.
始まるんだ。ここから俺たちのサッカーが。
いかがでしたか？ご覧いただいたようにクロニクルモードでは BGM 挿入歌がすべて当時のままのものが使用され、
All the original with all the Japanese have been re-recorded from they have been re-recorded from scratch.
アップデートで追加される
They didn't have to do that. They literally didn't have to re-record every single line. Japan doesn't like you. No. Japan likes the you. It's there in the Japanese names. It's just they... Technically, it would be more correct if they added the U, but it's not necessarily wrong, I think. But I don't know. It's a choice.
シリーズもありますが、
The game will feature an stunning amount of content recreating. Yeah, okay. So this was what I was thinking about with saying with Chase already. Chase said we are only going up to Go, but we will have up to Chronostone from the start. We'll feature an astounding amount of content recreating the series history. After experiencing those historic matches in Chronicle Battle,
毎チーム
You'll be
で
able to enjoy a different kind of free play with your own team separate from Chronicle
お
battles.
楽しみいただけますよ。
Okay.
最後に
Here's an update on the new schedule going forward. Okay, okay.
発売日の変
The
更に
new
伴い
release date will be
その
adjusting
後
the schedule for
アップデート予
future
定を調
updates.
整させていただき
I
ます。
assumed.
それでは発売までもうしばらく
Okay, this would have been nice if they explained this a little bit more. Artisto MV. So we're gonna get some kind of movie video, some kind of music video in August. Final trailer. So in October we're gonna get the final trailer. 11th. Early access. Oh, early access is going to be on the 11th. And there's going to be a presentation event or something. They didn't want to show other Hisatsu. There's a lot of Hisatsu already shown. A lot of things have already been shown. This is just announcement of the delay and showing us a little bit of gameplay for the Chronicle mode. So the 14th, and it releases in December. Chronicle mode Galaxy Route. So in December we're gonna get Galaxy. And let me turn that off real quick. Chronicle mode Ares no Tenbin Ruto. So in January we'll get Ares. Yeah, yes, it was the first match. They only showed us the first match. They told us that. So yeah, those are the only 4. No, Twin Boost didn't exist yet. Illusion Ball wasn't... They didn't use that in the first match. They didn't forget anything. This is literally...
させていただきます。それでは発売までもうしばらくお待ちください。ご視聴ありがとうございました。
Alright. So yeah. Do I like what they are doing? Yes. So, final verdict on all of this. Am I happy that they have delayed it again? No. I am pretty disappointed. If anyone made it this far, especially if anyone from level 5 is somehow looking at this, consider this my open application to be like a communications and expectations manager, because this is what I think went wrong. Throughout the years now, because again, we have been in this development hell for years. Communication has been inconsistent, and our expectations have been mismanaged. There's a whole lot of, there is this, but there's also this on the other side. I am very, very happy that they are taking localization way more serious than they seem to have been doing up to this point. It already showed in them properly adjusting, I believe it was for the Spanish version, that they did some grammar correction on Keshin Armed. And now, with a full English voiced game, I understand why. Do I think that this is reason for delay? The localization itself, no. They could have patched that in at a later date. Especially considering this is a digital release only. Meaning that if the game ever does go offline and you don't have the game anymore, you don't have a card to keep playing the game no matter what. So that's a downside in terms of game preservation. Had they not made that actual promise, had they, like, even if it was just a, hey, there might still be things coming up, then sure. But at that point, we could have expected it, you know? At that point, we knew what to expect. I don't think a lot of people are actually surprised. This game was a month out from release. Now we have another 3 months added onto that. I am happy with the choices for this delay specifically that they made. Making it a promise wasn't the move, no. Because, like I said before, this could have gone... There were 2 scenarios, and they went with a third. So the one scenario was they had released it years ago, it was unplayable, you had another Cyberpunk on your hands. Unplayable mess, and then through patches and everything, they had to make it a playable game that they had envisioned previously. Nobody would have been happy with that. I am much happier that they did delay it. The other thing that they could have done, which I don't think would have resulted in the game as we will have it now, is the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom route, where they had kept their mouth shut, had not given us a proper date yet, but had kept working on it behind the screens, and then they could have, but... And there's a problem with that scenario, of course, is because a lot of these changes were requested by the fans because they opened themselves up for fan feedback, which is a good move. This is a good move that they did. They started, and they are listening. They are listening to what the fan base wants, what their consumers want. Because at the end of the day, we are going to be consuming their product. We are going to be enjoying their piece of art, which is hopefully going to be something that will keep us busy for years to come. Because again, just the story mode alone will already be a full game. Then you have Chronicle mode, which is another full game. And then you have Bond Town and your character creator and whatnot, which almost in and of itself is almost a third game. And it's going to be packaged in one singular title. I think... and this is me thinking out loud. Hi, Amma. Thank you for the nut first. I think had they, because they keep their feedback option open. Even now, you can still go and give level 5 feedback on what they should do better, on what they can improve on the game, what you think they should improve. And they are listening to that. And I'm happy for that. But that also means that you may encounter, as we have seen now, a lot of people asking for a certain thing. One of those things is being able to have Japanese names in English playthroughs. That they're adding that is great. But that also means if you open yourself up to feedback, you cannot make a surefire promise for a release date like this. Reason is because you will have a lot of feedback. This is still a franchise that's beloved by many. And somehow we're still pulling in new people and showing others what kind of great series this is. But a lot of these things, I would not have minded doing my first playthrough looking at the English names. They could have patched that in later. What I am still angry about, not so much angry as more disappointed, is that it's a broken promise after a broken promise. Had they not made that promise in the first place, I would have had less of an issue. So again, level 5, if you need someone to do PR stuff on the English side, hi, I'm right here. I'm looking for a job. Hire me. And I'll even lend my hand to, I don't know, keeping up the English language part of the game and marketing. Now, here's another good thing that comes from this delay. Prior to this, there has been no marketing. If they want this game to be a success, they need to start marketing. They need to start showing the entire world, outside of Japan as well, outside of this Twitter account, that this game is coming. Because developers need to stop promising release dates and instead have a goal they're going for, but tell people that it might take longer. And that's what they've been doing before. Before this, it was like it will release this year. Of course, they didn't meet that, but that's because this game is victim of bloat. It is bloated beyond its original scope. It is 3 times as big as its original intention. And that's why we've had delay after delay after delay, because they keep adding and adding and adding. And I love... Yeah, Ama. Like I said, the original intent was for this game to release in 2018. 7 years ago. Just like the Grinch's heart. Yeah. It's growing 3 sizes this day. Am I happy that we're getting such a big game? Yes. Am I happy that they're taking the time to make it a quality product? Yes. Absolutely. But they need to work on managing expectations. This is what you also see with Hades 2. Hades 2 is still in early access, and we know that the game is coming. Like, the 1.0 version is coming. But we don't know exactly when, because we know that that game studio is listening to fan feedback. What can be improved? Where do we need to make changes? Where do we need to make adjustments? And what can we add? And this feels a lot like, oh, this would be cool. Let's add that. This is like how Beyond Good and Evil was announced in 2008 and is still in development. Yeah. Like, if you're a fan of that game, then hats off to you. If you're still waiting, yeah, no, absolutely. But here it is, this game. Duke Nukem Forever took 14 years from announcement to release as well. It's been 12 years since the last release of a game for this franchise as well. 12 years is insane. I'm still looking forward to this. So to anyone out there, if you made it this far into a way too long video that I'm going to post separately on YouTube, know that you are allowed to be angry at this. There's a lot of pros and there's a lot of cons. If you want to cancel your pre-order and get a refund, you are completely in your right to do that. I will not do so. I still intend to get a whole week to completely play through this game multiple times on stream as soon as it releases, and my pre-order will stand. But know that we're still going to cover this. I know that this game, I have trust. Seeing the success of Fantasy Life this year, I have trust that this Inazuma 11 game is going to be good. Not just good, but it's going to be great. So I hope you guys will stick around with me for that. And, yeah. Know that Inazuma 11 is still alive and kicking. And with that, YouTube, thank you for watching. After this, I'm gonna switch over and play some actual Inazuma 11 3. Because this also means that I now have the time to play through every game before the Victory Road releases after all. Hey! Upsides! But yeah. Alright. As for my chat, I'm gonna quickly end stream and then set things up. And then I'll be right back. I'll be back in like a minute. So stay here. Know that I love you guys. I'll be right back. Okay?